it's like drinking my daughter.
Mm.
Huh. That kind of came out weird. Once I said that, I thought that just sounds weird.
Yeah, I think everybody did. I don't think you were in the minority when you said drinking your daughter. Everyone was kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What I do want to say is Ruth came to the play and reminded me so much of you, because you're like, does he like it? You're very much, you're that guy. You're stoic. And afterwards we come out, like Michael Longfellow and I come out, and you're not like, hey, you know me. I'm like, my man, come on. Who's acting? I'm that guy, right? I'm hugging you. You're like, and you like it. You pretend to not like it, but you like it. You like it, and you like it. You like it, and. So last we met, you came to see me in the play.
Yeah. Broken Snow.
I
don't like the name. I like the play. I didn't like the name. Broken Snow. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Right.
I like the play. Terrific play.
I like that you came to the play. The playwright told Michael Longfellow from Saturday Night Live fame, who is one of the two other actors in the play.
Who was terrific, by the way.
Yeah, he was great. He's fantastic. He's a super talent.
You know what I like about that kid?
Tell me.
He comes from a sketch background. And so, if it was me, because I come from a sketch background too, I'd be up there, I'd be doing the thing, I'd be doing the elbows and spraying the seltzer and whatever. I'd be making a meal of the thing. This kid didn't do that. He underplayed.
He played it straight.
He's just played it straight, which you got to do.
Almost like he was auditioning for a part in the snack game. He just played it straight. He was great.
Played it straight.
Yeah, the playwright told him maybe 2 days before we closed, the broken snow, the snow is trauma. And both Michael and I were like, oh. We're like, oh. So I had a great time doing it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna embarrass you in front of the mateys. You were great. You were great in that play. Just terrific.
Thank you.
He comes in, folks. This kid doesn't just make an entrance.
Oh yeah, he made an entrance.
When he comes in, he's poking around a house, and his eyes are going up to the window. Oh, anybody home? He's not saying that,
no.
But you can see it in the eyes. Oh, is anybody? He knocks on the door. Is anybody here? He's not saying anything.
No.
Then the window lifts up. The kid sneaks through. That's an entrance.
Yeah,
that's a Kramer-esque entrance. Boy, the place erupted when you did that.
Well, here's what's
People
funny.
on their feet.
This wasn't in the script originally, but then it became like, so there was all like, you saw the play. I enter. There's not a lot of talking. And what's my first line? My first word is fuck. That's pretty good, right? You're doing something all right when your first word is that. Like, that's a high bar. That's a high bar to bounce off of, I guess.
It was surprising to me from following that all your lines were just the word fuck.
Yeah, almost. What's interesting is Michael Longfellow and I had a thing every night where it's like, whatever I did, and you saw it one time, but if we had taken the 320 times we did the play and spliced together all those moments, whatever I did on that first line, he parroted, he mimicked. Mm-hmm. So there were days when it was like, Fiat, and he was like, you're damn right, Fiat. I'd go like, fuck, and he'd be like, you're damn right, fuck. Like, no matter what I did, and there was times where I would, obviously, once you've done it like 300 times, you're trying to make the other guy laugh.
Sure. Never mind the people in the audience who spent $350 a ticket. Never mind those guys. I'm trying to make the other guy laugh on a very serious play.
We were taking a cue from the senior member of the play, Tony Danza.
Oh, sure.
So we were like, hey, it's fine. It's just fine. Tony does his, Tony's Tony Danza. He's the boss, or he might be the boss. So
we don't know. That's another thing we're gonna have to table.
There's mateys and there's who's the boss. We're gonna table that. Speaking of which, that's where you are, folks. You're on Mike and Tom Eat Snacks with my good friend who goes to see the plays I'm in, and not everybody does. Michael Ian Black.
And my good friend Tom Cavita, who literally has never come to see a play that I've been in.
Right. So that's how that goes.
Right.
And we talked about this on the podcast so the mateys can relate. I was like, you were like, why didn't you tell me you were in a play? And I was like, much better for us to be in Nantucket 3 months down the line and you to go, you were in a play? You didn't tell me. And we go, sorry, I don't like inviting people because then I feel that there's an obligation. And you go, oh, next time. And then I spare you the drive from the wilds with your dear daughter, and then 2 hours in the city watching the play, and then the drive back. I save you all of that. And yet I tried to save you all that, and you came anyway because you're amazing.
Here's something I didn't tell you about that afternoon.
Oh, wow.
Earlier, the day before, we had been texting about basketball or something. And I said, I think the Knicks had just made the finals or whatever. And I had said, oh boy, the Knicks are in the finals. How excited are you? And then I said 3, meaning like just on a random number.
Oh,
Like, are you 3 excited?
I see.
Like that. And then you said, yeah, the show's at 3. And then I didn't understand.
Because I just saw the last text, probably. I didn't see
right. You said 3, and you agreed that it was 3.
Oh, no.
And I thought, oh, he's just enjoying the joke. So I showed up for the matinee at 2 because that's what time matinees start.
Yes, right.
And then my daughter and I were very confused because we were the only people around.
And you were like, play's not doing great.
No, I was a little worried for you. I was like, that's what I was.
They'll put it on for us, and that will be horrible. That's what you thought.
Because that's exactly what I thought. Because oddly, I was like, I know we're in the right place at the right time because there's a kid standing outside here with photos to be autographed.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, well, he's just waiting for Danza or Longfellow to come out so that he can get an autograph.
Yeah. He doesn't want the flash.
He seemed pretty excited about Longfellow and Danza.
Of course. How old was he? 14?
No, he was probably in his 20s.
Okay. I got to get me some Danza.
Yeah, I got to get some Danza.
And then Danza wasn't there because Danza had to do the Carlisle.
Wow. Look, here's the thing. If the Carlisle books you, you go to the Carlisle. You don't do the show that you're contracted to do. You go to the Carlisle, you bust out a little Bobby Darin, you make the octogenarians happy, you go home, you have a nice bowl of pasta.
If the Carlisle were to call right now,
drop everything.
Boom. Like, we're like puff cutouts of you and I sprinting to the east side of Manhattan. We're not doing the podcast. Amaya's like, what the hell? And then we text Amaya, Carlisle.
Right.
Not that the Carlisle's going to call us. They want Tony Danza.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So Danza is an institution. Danza is a pillar of American culture. And there's certain things pillars of American culture are obligated to do. One of those is singing Bobby Darin songs or Sinatra songs or whatever it is when the Carlisle calls. You drop everything.
Longfellow and I are on break between the matinee and the evening show. Did I tell you this? Please forgive me if I tell you this.
No, you can tell me it again.
You love all the stuff anyway. Your favorite thing, you enjoyed the play, but your stuff is all the stuff that you and I love backstage. You and I, and this show offered plenty of fodder. Like, this show was great with that stuff. From the moment, like Michael Longfellow tells me, I opened for Michael Ian Black. I opened for him on a comedy tour, like one of my first gigs, like 10 years ago. And my uncle heckled Michael Ian Black. And Michael came backstage, and Michael is like very, equanimous. Michael is like, he's even keeled. And Michael came backstage, the fuck is that guy? And Michael Longfellow was like, that's my uncle. That's a pretty good start right there.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Your connection is his uncle heckling you in Arizona. And you're like, the fuck is that guy? So that was good. So Longfellow and I are between shows, and our dresser, Tyler, and Michael and I are on the street on the Upper West Side of Columbus. There's a street fair, and we hear like gales of music and strands of song being sung a block away. Oh, the shark, babe. And we're like, that's Danza. And you walk down the street. I have a camera. I'll send you the roll.
Oh, no.
And he's in front of Manny's Bistro, street fair, people playing music outside of Manny's Bistro, and he's singing Mac the Knife. Hey, how you doing? Now that Mackie's back in town. And I got a shot of like Michael And Michael hammers the button because I do the spin around the camera, the directing thing where I take in all the people in Columbus Avenue. Maggie's back in town. Hey, look at her, Maggie's back. And I do the crowd and I do the thing and clapping and I push on Michael. Michael goes, I think that's Tony Danza. Out. Yeah, this play it had a lot of good stuff like that.
Speaking of good stuff, we got some good stuff. We got some good stuff in store for the mateys today. Where we're, and let me just explain to people real quick the way this show works, because a lot of people don't know.
What?
This is Mug and Tom. I got to explain. A lot of people don't know.
Okay.
You'd think after 30, 40 years in the snack game, everybody would know. People don't know.
Yeah, people don't know.
So I got to explain it to you. On this podcast, Tom and I, we pick a snack, we eat a snack, we rate a snack. That's the PER system.
That's the PER system.
And often imitated, never duplicated.
Yeah, well put.
This is one of those odd episodes where we're going to start, we're going to stop down, and we're going to start again.
Wow, that seems ridiculous.
It seems ridiculous. And yet, when you understand the explanation for this, you're going to be like, of course, my God, how could I have been so stupid?
I have to say, like, the mateys are going to be kicking themselves. They're going to be like, how could I have been so stupid? Like, there's going to be a lot of that. What's your mug say, by the way? You got tea? You raw dogging?
I like a comically oversized novelty mug.
Sure.
For my tea. And it's the size of my head. And the reason I have this is because my daughter, who came to the play, requested an oversized mug. Her name is Ruth. And it says right there, Ruth, and on the back, it has her nickname, Foo, Foo. And when she left for college, she didn't want to take the mug. She didn't want to break it. So it's been home. And then I've just adopted this mug as my own.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like drinking my daughter.
Mm.
Huh. That kind of came out weird. Once I said that, I thought that just sounds weird.
Yeah, I think everybody did. I don't think you were in the minority when you said drinking your daughter. Everyone's kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What I do want to say is Ruth came to the play and reminded me so much of you, because you're like, does he like it? You're very much, you're that guy. You're stoic. And afterwards we come out, like Michael Longfellow and I come out, and you're not like, hey, you know me. I'm like, my man, come on. Who's acting? I'm that guy, right? I'm hugging you. You're like, and you like it. You pretend to not like it, but you like it. You like it, and you like it. You like it, and like that, for example.
You like it.
I keep going. That's my thing. I'm like, bang, bang, bang. He's like, not the fourth bang, not the fifth bang, the sixth bang. All right, the seventh bang. All right. Right? Yeah. But having Ruth there, it was double black. You guys were both like, well, we hated the play. You know what I mean? And we took pictures afterwards, and you were like, we'll take them because this guy feels like he wants pictures. And I texted you afterwards. I'm like, whatever you do, don't smile in the picture. And you're like, I don't smile in front of my daughter, right? And Ruthie, to her credit, she's still closer to the edges of adolescence than she is to the throes of middle age. And so she managed to smirk. Like, she was like, yeah, she was like, all right, out of gentility to these guys who feel like they need to record every stupid moment in 2026, I'll give them a little bit. But the dad was like, nope. And then it turns out, unless you guys are fabulous liars and you are an accomplished actor, you guys both seem to like the play, which was pleasant.
Yeah, of course. I would tell you. I probably wouldn't tell you right there. I probably would be like, oh, you were terrific, Longfellow. You were terrific, Danza. I didn't see you because you called in sick, but.
Well, he had in fairness to him,
he called in tired.
In fairness to him,
yeah,
the Carlisle.
Yeah, no, I know.
He had Carlisle. They called.
You can't look. The Carlisle calls. It doesn't matter that these are your last 4 shows.
What are you gonna do?
Of the run?
Mike and Tom eat snacks on the internet.
Remember when they hired? They were seeking the replacement for Bond. Yeah. Remember that? And you were up for it, and Jacob Elordi. There was a lot of people. Who were up for Bond. Aaron Johnson, the Brit. There's a lot of people, and Idris Elba actually got the job, and people are like, oh, it's good. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have like a different looking Bond finally. And I think Idris Elba is a marvelous, dynamic, charismatic actor. I'm like, this guy is he's gonna be, in my opinion, like Connery and
Lazenby.
I love Lazenby
You think I'm just throwing Lazenby out randomly?
and Daniel Craig, right?
And
They
Danza.
bring this toughness.
Danza did Bond, right? When Danza did Bond, this is what, mid 90s?
This is 92, 92, 93.
There was the Timothy Dalton, right? There was the Timothy Dalton Bond. Then there was the Danza Bond. And then it was Craig. No, then it was Brosnan.
Did Brosnan come before? No, you're right.
Was he before Dalton?
Dalton, Danza, Brosnan. You're right.
Right.
Yeah, right. And what's interesting about that was like that's 92, 93. I remember because I was doing a play. I was doing a Broadway play, and I remember getting in the trades because back then you read the trades.
Yep.
And so Danza did Bond for
the first Danza Bond film. I think is called A Slice to Kill.
Yeah, right. And it was about the cheese thing. It was like cheese. They're gonna put poison in all the cheese, and everybody likes cheese, and everyone's gonna die because they eat cheese. And he stymies that, like, of all the nefarious plots.
The fact that he does it with a song and dance number is what is what's notable about the Danza Bond.
Working with him now, I find out because he can share stories because he's had a 5-decade long career that like he insisted on the song and dance.
Oh, that was his idea.
Insisted on it.
Huh.
They're like, play Bond, get out of here. Play Bond. No thanks. Play Bond. We'll song and dance. All right, let's sit down. My understanding is let's sit down happen after look. What do you want? Right? So Elba gets the most recent Bond, which is great because Craig's like, I've got other things to do. So Craig departs. Elba gets it, and we're all excited because I feel he's bringing the heft that Sean Connery had. My personal opinion about Idris Elba is like this is going to brings a Connery-esque heft to the role. He's on set, and you and I know because we've worked with some of the ADs that were on set, and of course they can't talk about it. They're that giant Steppenwolf or whatever the heck the studio is called over there in Britain.
I don't think it's called Steppenwolf.
It's not called Steppenwolf. That's Chicago. What is it called?
That's right.
You know the big studio in England.
Yeah.
You always hear about it.
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan. We shot that way. The whole movie we shot there. We never went anywhere.
Yeah.
We didn't go to the ocean.
Mayfair.
We built the ocean.
Bloom.
We built the ocean at Steppenwolf. It's not Steppenwolf. We built the ocean. Anyway, Elba's on set. He's getting mic'd.
He's in the tux.
He's in the tux. He's getting mic'd. Phone buzzes.
Yep.
Carlisle.
Yep. Gotta go.
He's like, right, mates. Thank you very much. They're like, you're James Bond. He's like, not anymore, am I? Right? Off to the Carlisle I go. You know? And he's doing a double set. You know, he's doing an 8 p.m. and a 10 p.m. set at the Carlisle. What are you gonna do?
Nothing. That's
you
what
need
you're
a new
gonna
Bond
do.
now. Elbows at the Carlisle. That would be whatever we're gonna write next, because we wrote A to B, and maybe A to B will get picked up. You know?
Oh, I think so. It's only been what? Year and a half since we wrote it?
Yeah, that's early times. We're talking to a few places still about A to B. Michael and I wrote a script. If you want to see it, Michael and I wrote a script about these two rogues who get mistaken for players and are commissioned by one mob to bring a package to a second mob, A to B. And these guys are world-class idiots that think they're going to become made men. And it's rollicking. It's fun. There's explosions and comedy. I know that Chalamet and Jodie Foster want to do it. We got a lot going with this thing, and it may happen. But in the meantime, you and I should sit down and put pen to paper again, and maybe flesh out Elba at the Carlisle, because
well, there's our title.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's a great title.
It's not bad at all.
Carlisle, are you kidding me?
And maybe possibly better if there's no Elba and there's no Carlisle, or hardly at all. Maybe that's our last scene, and in the background you see it. Now that I pitch it to you, I'm like, I kind of like this.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's a good
You
project.
know what it is?
God damn it.
You know what it is?
What?
I think there's two things. I think one thing, I think there's a meet cute, and I think there's aliens.
Of course there's aliens. What are we even talking about?
No, I
Come
just
on,
like
grow up.
All right.
What are we even talking about?
And I
here?
know what shape the aliens are, but that I'm going to save for after because I don't want anyone to steal the idea.
Yeah, that's smart.
I'll text it.
Today on the podcast.
Hey, we're 20 minutes in and we haven't even we got to do this thing.
Oh, it's either going to be a very long episode or Amaya's going to. By the way, Amaya was already tired when she showed up this morning because it's
Yes,
very
she's
early
West
on the
Coast.
West Coast where she is, and she's going to be double tired when she gets done editing this thing because it's going to be 2 hours if it's a minute.
Yeah.
By the time we get done.
I think that Amaya circles usable, and she's like usable, and she may have not circled anything yet.
Yeah, that's likely. Today, I begin this podcast annoyed.
In what?
As we begin annoyed.
Oh, I
as we're
thought you said
talking
in
about
New
this
Orleans, and I was like, oh, what are you shooting? I thought you said
No, I'm not.
I begin this podcast in New Orleans.
In New Orleans. No, I am not in the Big Easy.
You could be.
I absolutely.
Remember last
could
time
be.
you were there? I don't even know it was last time you were there, and people were like lifting their shirts and doing all the thing, and you were on the balcony and throwing beads, and you were like, "That's my guy, that guy there." And you were checking. Right. You were checking beads at that guy.
How do you remember that story?
You know me.
Yeah, mine like a steel trap. I'm on a balcony, and there's all thousands of people, and then I'm trying to remember what the guy looked like. He like a real sad sack.
Yeah,
and
he was a sad sack. He was a thin, morose kind of sad sack guy, and it felt like he traveled from afar to get there.
It sure did.
For some reason, I have that in my head,
and I was like, "Oh, this guy's getting all my beads.
This is my guy."
I may go to the Shylock down the road, borrow money to get more beads for this guy. This guy needs my beads.
Oh man. And that was sort of like before people were filming everything because we have no video evidence of it, which might be better for the mental image I have in my head.
No video evidence. I wouldn't have filmed it anyway. That's not what I do. That's not what I'm about. What I do is I rate snacks.
Yes.
What we're about?
Respect for women.
Respect for women. Today on the podcast, and this is why I'm annoyed. I was thinking about it in the shower this morning, and maybe we even talked about it on when we mentioned this snack before, but we've got, I'll just say, I was going to say the name of it, but this is the source of my annoyance. I cannot say the name of it because I don't know how it's pronounced.
Yeah. And
either pronunciation is wrong as far as I'm concerned.
Can I reveal?
You could, please.
How would you say that, folks? I don't know if it shows up backwards. So it's Goodles. That's the snack we have for you today. And normally at this stage we go, but we can't do that because we don't want to look like complete idiots. Let me correct that. We don't look like even greater idiots than we already are by pronouncing this thing wrong because we leave it up to you, the viewer. We don't even know if you are, but if you can see this, how would you say that?
All right, Goodles, Cheddar Mac, creamy cheddar and macaroni, okay?
The first thing you're going to say, right, Magic, is like, if you look at that pronunciation, it's Goodles.
Right, Goodles.
It's Goodles. But, go ahead.
But it's a noodle, so we understand that they're doing a play on the word noodle. Right. And so you want to say Goodles, but what the hell is Goodles?
You fucking idiot.
You fucking moron.
You fucking
Goodles?
Complete jerk off.
You absolute buffalo.
You fucking three-piece, one-eyed Catskill mountain climbing rodent. What the hell do you think you're doing saying Goodles? You stupid, dumb, flat-ass cockmonger. What are you thinking? What the hell are you thinking? Goodles, shut up. Shut your fat mouth. Shut up. You shut up.
It's just so annoying that I need to know. I can't enjoy a snack if I can't pronounce the name of the snack.
What pains me, what makes me even angrier, I think, than this is the meeting that got this approved, where everybody thinks, yeah, like those, even the thought of signing off and driving away from the meeting, walking away from the meeting. I assume if you're in that meeting, you probably only have a bike because you're a jerk off that can't drive. Somebody walks away going like, yeah, Goodles. What? That Goodles. Ha 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 ha. Because it's like good, but it's a noodle. What? Those two don't come. It's infuriating. It's like,
rhyme. Good and nude do not rhyme.
Oh my God. You don't go, hey,
You can have a good nude.
Yeah.
Don't get me
But
wrong. I've seen
you don't
plenty of
say
good nudes.
send a good, because then
No.
you're a jerk and nobody's sending a good.
That's right.
Because you're a complete ha. And we don't want to be a ha. This is going to be one of the greatest tests of our abilities to play it straight.
Of course, because if the snack is delicious, they do not lose points for having the bad name.
Correct.
However, if the snack is not delicious,
You're going to get beaten up.
You're going to get hammered.
You're going to get stuffed into a muddy hole, and you are just going to get trying to climb out, and we're going to get panging you with a metal shovel every time you try to get your head over the lid. Pang, 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 every single time. You might think, oh, I'll wait till midnight, and then I'll climb out of the hole. You wait till like midnight, it's quiet, nothing's happening, stars above, you climb out of the muddy hole. Pang! Don't think we're leaving. Don't think that we're not offended and we're not going to stay offended. Don't think this is a passing vortex where we can just be like, oh, we swept up in it, but now it's gone. No, thank you. No, thank you. Because look what you did. Goodles.
That's not the way this works.
Here's
another problem. Here's another strike they have against them. I mean, they're coming. I don't know if you can come up to the plate with more than 2 strikes and still get an at bat, but that's where they are right now. Because, and by the way, I'm starting with the negative. There's things about this I like. I'm starting with the negative, but I'm just creating the mise en scène for why these people are in jeopardy. The good in the good is referring to the fact that this is a healthy snack. So, for example, on the ingredients, it's the macaroni is made from wheat flour, chickpea protein, wheat protein, with nutrients extracted from broccoli, spinach, kale, pumpkin, sweet potato, sunflower seed, cranberry, chlorella, maitake mushroom, and shiitake mushroom. So
it's going to be great.
You're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
You are just setting yourself up for a hard, long fall onto a spike, to be honest.
If I'm at a restaurant and I order this and someone's going to bring out a steaming hot plate, it has a shot because melted cheese, right? Chetty Mac, like right away, I'm like, ooh, back when you and I ran the New York City Marathon, which you didn't run, I rewarded myself with 2. If I finish this thing, I'm going to have 2 helpings of a giant 9th Avenue mac and cheese. 2.
Mm-hmm.
Crusted over cheese on the top, like giant, but maybe each one weighing about 42 pounds, right? If you're at a restaurant and you enumerate the ingredients as you just did, and you make that order, and in 12 minutes that's coming to your table, it has a shot.
It's got a shot.
It has a shot. It has a, let me put it this way. It has a much greater shot than if you stuff it in.
And if you dehydrate it and put it in a carton
and say microwave this for 4 minutes, not 1 minute, 4 minutes, not 2 or 3 minutes. Microwave this for 4 minutes. Right away, you're like, and I mean, like you say, if you're going to preface the whole thing with Goodles or Goodles, you got some balls, kid.
And by the way, this may pay off in spades.
It may. Do you look at the top?
What, noodles gooder?
Yeah.
I don't mind noodles gooder. I don't mind that.
I don't like it.
But it implies
But I
to
do
me
like
that
the
if you're-
design.
if you- I like the design. The color. So this is kind of a Tiffany blue, aquamarine.
Yeah.
Graphically, the Goodle wording is it's in a font that sort of suggests mac and cheese. It's sort of organic and yellow and it's fun. And then it says, and then there's a picture of it and it looks delicious. And it says enlarged to show yum. I don't hate any of that.
No, I think the design is fantastic. It leads me to believe that the people who designed it had nothing to do with the name. They nailed it. Like you say, the Tiffany blue, it's aesthetically really pleasing. I love this combination of colors. I'm showing right now to the viewers. I don't know if they're viewers. I'm showing them the packaging and it's clean. It's simple. The colors are vibrant. The orange of the cheese, it looks yum. And it does. I think they did a great job with the design.
But hear me out because I feel like this is a context clue. When you say noodles, gooder, it implies to me that it should be pronounced goodles rather than goodles.
I see how you get there.
Because then you go noodles, gooder, goodles. What? because you're asking me to change the pronunciation of a word I've just pronounced.
Mike and Tom eat snacks on the internet.
You know what? I'm going to crank up my research machine.
Oh, you've got a research machine.
I do. It's steam powered. So I'm just going to see if I can get the actual pronunciation
Interesting.
of how they want it pronounced. Ah. Oh. What? What?
We should have filmed that. Ah, oh, what?
This is what AI is telling me because Google now would pronounce Google. Google is telling me Goodles, the popular macaroni and cheese brand, is officially pronounced Goodles, Good, Goodles, like that, Goodles. But then in parentheses it says rhyming with poodles. But Goodles doesn't rhyme with poodles. The hell are you talking about? But then it says, but with a strong emphasis on the good. What?
Like puddles. This is the argument some people make that why AI might not take over the world.
Okay, wait. Here we got the founder, Paul Earle, and it could be. And by the way, his name is spelled Earle, so it easily could be early. These fucking people are here, and but he's got a video here how to pronounce it.
Oh,
good
I'm
going to play that video.
We've done our research here. Amaya will probably cut some of this. She might very well cut all of this.
Yeah, idiot. Of course you get that question, Paul.
We can't hear what you're saying, by the way. You hear it in your headphones. We don't hear it.
Did you hear that?
No, we didn't hear anything. Amaya and I are sitting in silence.
Oh, you didn't hear any of that?
No, none of it.
Oh, because I got headphones on.
That's what I just
Oh, what
said.
a jerk I am.
I just said that to I said
I'm
all that to
unplug
the viewers and they got the whole
All
jerk
right.
thing.
Amaya, we're just going to have to edit this. I'm unplugging the headphones and then...
Now we have to leave it in because it's good comedy. And Maya's like, oh, I was going to cut all that, but now it's funny because you're repeating everything Tom said. This guy's still doing a thing. Holy cow, cut to the chase. What is it called? He can't hear me, Amaya. But now I kind of like this. This might be one of our best sequences, which says a lot about us. Michael staring at a computer, thinking, talking to himself. We can't hear you.
All right. Yeah, you can't.
You're a guy on a plane going, don't go in the basement.
Paul or Earl or Early is telling this reporter that you can pronounce it either way you want.
What a jerk.
What a jerk.
What a jerk.
It calls it Goodles, but if you call it Goodles, we're not going to correct you. Well, it's your product. If you come out here and you call me Mikhail, I'm going to say, I understand how you got there, but I pronounce it Michael.
Yeah, you're exactly right. These guys, they're wishy-washy.
God, these wishy-washy Goodles guys. All right, sure. I think it should be Goodles.
Yeah, it should be Goodles.
No, I think Goodles.
That's what I said, Goodles.
You said Goodles. I say Goodles.
Yeah, like poodles. Goodles.
Like Greg Gutfeld.
Yeah, exactly right.
Who's funny? Who is funny?
Yeah, you're right about that. We can agree on that.
All right, we heat it up. We take a sample.
We'll hit the fast forward button. Okay, thank you. Did you do the thing where they put you had to do 2 minutes with the thing over the top, like they asked?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I want to give it the full experience.
Yeah, look.
Mora's like, put some Tabasco sauce and some salt and pepper in.
No. You can't do that.
Can't do that.
Come on. Does she not understand how you play it straight?
She's not the podcast. We're the podcast.
Okay. I mean, it's just upsetting to me that this woman that you have been married to for decades.
Tell Martha that if the dogs bark to say, don't you know Michael's doing a podcast?
I think she said that.
She did say that.
I have to preface this whole thing. I boiled water.
Yeah.
I put it in. I put the cheese in.
Yeah.
I stirred it all up.
Yeah.
And it was basically soup.
Yeah.
And then Amaya said, well, you got to drain it. So I drained it. But then I reread the directions and it says microwave on high for 4 minutes. Do not drain. So my concern is because I put the cheese powder in before I drained, I'm concerned that it's not going to be cheesy enough. And that will be my fault, not Goodles' fault.
Right. You could also add a little water if you wanted.
Well, that's not the problem. Now the problem is it might not be cheesy enough.
All right. Well, you didn't not put in the full complement of cheese.
I put in the full complement of cheese, but then I drained, and I'm worried that it drained some of the cheese.
Oh,
I see.
I see.
But I haven't sampled it, so I don't know. Maybe it's delicious.
Okay, I'm gonna sample because it's
Okay.
hot. It's hot right now.
Yeah. I'm also going to sample. I got a spoon. And by the way, look, the pasta itself looks pretty good. Like they nailed sort of macaroni and cheese pasta shape. But now I got to take a bite for the full experience. Okay. 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 Got it. And by the way, I did screw it up. This definitely is not cheesy enough. Is yours cheesy?
Yeah, mine's like typical Kraft macaroni and cheese
No.
cheesy.
Mine is not. I screwed it up. That's my fault. However, there's some good news here. There's some good news here. Because I screwed up the cheese packet, I'm now getting the pasta essentially in its unflavored form. There's a little bit of cheese, but I'm mostly just getting pasta. And my concerns about the quality of the pasta, containing as it does chickpea protein, wheat protein, and nutrients extracted from broccoli, spinach, kale, pumpkin, sweet potato, sunflower seed, cranberry, chlorella, maitake mushroom, and shiitake mushroom. My concerns about that were overblown because this pasta tastes good.
Will you open up your canister and show? Look at the orange quality of mine versus the orange quality of yours.
Mine's basically beige.
Yeah,
Yours is orange.
Mine's you can't really tell from this. Mine's orange.
But there's enough cheese on this that I feel like I get the sense of what it would taste like had I made it correctly.
Right.
And you know what?
Tell me.
Good. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's if in my evaluation, you got to play it straight, and it is slightly better than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Oh, so just slightly better.
Yeah, I mean, how are you going to screw it up? It's like like the methodology when we not how you're going to screw it up. You could screw it up, but you're going to put a product out there like a numbskull. You didn't follow the directions, but there's 4 directions on it. If you follow them, fill to this line. We've all done it, right? Microwave for 4 minutes. Okay. Put in the package of cheese and stir, right? So it's not like there's a multitude of variables that the consumer can screw up. And so if you're like, look, on an even plane, if they're going to do the directions right, this is what our product will end up being. And so we've all made, mac and cheese again and again and again. This has a less step than mac and cheese because there's no milk, like it's all right. This is what we're doing.
Can I just interject here for a second? Because I feel like this is less an analysis of the Goodles creamy mac and cheese and more a kind of backhanded laceration of your podcast partner for not getting this exactly right. That's what I feel like is happening right now.
I didn't mean it that way. As a matter of fact, I like that we didn't both completely nail it. So there's a variety to how it can happen. You can drain a little bit and it can still be good. That's what you're providing to the viewer. And I don't even know if they are, right? And I'm saying, or you can do it like immaculately, perfectly, like probably it's better than it's ever been done before. It's a beautiful rendition of the Goodles. And it still turns out quite good. I guess in my head, when I looked at this, I was like, I have a sense that unless it's a colossal muck up, like this is going to be good, And when you evaluate it, you went good, right? Which is sort of where we came out. I'm surprised. Like I'm not surprised. I'm pleased. I mean that I enjoy it. That it's not the other. That it's not like, oh God, what? Like the noodles are the 4 minutes. Like that's got to be the most, I think, difficult part is like are the noodles going to be soft or firm enough, and it's good. Like the consistency of the noodles, which I think you said is in my outing quite good. I like the cheese. Like you don't have to add salt, add pepper, add Tabasco, even though those things would be nice. We're playing it straight, and playing it straight, it's good. It's a good product.
So here's where, when you swing big, here's where it pays off. Yeah, sometimes you strike out. Sometimes you launch the thing 400 feet over the center field wall. Now, I'm not saying this is a home run, all right? But what I am saying is, Amaya pointed out to me, because I said to her, I says, Amaya, well, this is why you're cooking and we're off. I says, Amaya, have you tried these? And she says, Magic, I have. And I says, what do you think? I think they're fine, but my brother is obsessed with them. Her brother, apparently, she says is a protein guy. Now, these things have 11 grams of protein. I also noticed they have 6 grams of fiber. So here's the thing. When you get up to the plate and you're taking your practice cuts, you got a guy on base, you represent the winning run. You know, if you launch that over the center field wall, hey, we're going to tie up this game. When you have a product like this that runs the risk of being bad because of the ingredients you put in, runs the risk because your name is unpronounceable, runs the risk, and then throws in the extra fiber and the extra protein, and it tastes good, brother, we're going into extra innings.
Oh, we're going to extras.
I don't see what else we're going to do here.
I see.
We're going into extra innings.
I very much like the I like the analogy a lot. You know, I
It sounds like you're a little choked up.
no, I enjoy it.
It's okay. It's okay if you are.
No, I enjoy it very much.
Oh, you're a little choked up.
I'm not. Yeah, I guess. I like the protein. They're hiding the protein. I guess they're sticking the protein in the package. I'm curious about the white powder film.
All right. It talks
Yeah,
about
it talks
that.
about it. But that's like
All
a
right,
whole.
That was unsettling. You open the thing, and the pasta, there's like it's like white powder all over the pasta, and it sort of looks like, oh, did they let this thing sit on the shelf too long? But it says on the ingredients, remove lid, film, and cheese packet. Note the white powder in the pasta helps prevent boil over. So it's some sort of coagulant.
Which is mysterious at best.
Yeah, mysterious at best.
What's the coagulant? Is that the fiber? Is the coagulant protein? Right? What's the coagulant? It prevents boil over. What does? What is the ingredient in the white powder that prevents boil over? And what exactly prevents boil over? When you start breaking it down, it's like something's going to boil. What's not going to boil is something with a higher boiling point. And why are we sprinkling that higher boiling point element in? And what is that element? Copper? Like silver? What is the thing that has a higher boiling point and prevents this particular thing from boiling over? Don't worry about it, because silver is not great. Like, you don't want to be ingesting too much silver or too much copper, depending on what metal it is that they've like sifted down and thrown into their pasta to prevent boil over. It seems to me that when they were doing their tests, bloop, 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 and then it gets all over the place, and then they're like, damn it. Like, now it's gone right out of the cup. What could we do? And then like some guy who, works on rocketry goes, you know what you can add? You could just add a little element of this metal that will prevent it from boiling. And they're like, great. Oh, let's do that. That's great.
Can we clarify for a second? Your rocket scientist, is he one of the Nazi rocket scientists that got
he's
brought
from
over
Scandinavia.
from World War II? Oh, he's Scandinavian.
Yeah, we don't
okay.
get all the credit that we deserve as a Scandinavian country. But,
Really sounds
we
charming.
also want...
Is he like the character in your play, disguising his background so that people don't think that he is a Nazi rocket scientist who now works for a creamy mac and cheese company?
Why would you think that? It makes no sense. That logic doesn't track. It's not trackable. Can't track it. Don't try to track it. If you try to track it and bad things befall you, it's not on us. Don't track it.
Who's us? Who's us? Who's us in this
Don't
scenario?
worry, it's not something you have to concern yourself. What you have to concern yourself is whether you enjoy our snack that we've provided for you. That is all you need to concern yourself. Everything else is stuff that belongs in the ether. It's not of your concern.
Ratings?
Ratings.
Ratings.
Here we go, man, because we didn't do the intro. Ratings. Right. You got to rate. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, he's rating Emma City. He's rating Emma City. He's picking up the clams and he's rating Emma City. Rate. Get out of this city. Don't you rate right here. I'll rate all I want. I'll rate on the boardwalk, rate by the lake. I'll rate all night and I'll rate all day. I'll rate. Ratings. Yeah.
My rating, I feel like, is going to be a little bit. It's going to be a little bit of a disappointment to the mateys.
Oh,
Not because the rating is going to be inaccurate. That's the thing. I play it straight. It's going to be an accurate rating. But I feel like because of the way we've vacillated back and forth here on our predictions for the snack, our upsetness with the snack, coupled with the then reveal, the startling reveal that the Goodle actually tastes good/good, you might be thinking he's either going to go really low or he's going to go really high. You're going to be disappointed.
Mhm.
It's microwavable mac and cheese. It does the job of microwavable mac and cheese. It does it comparably to all other microwavable mac and cheeses. I do have a soft spot in my heart for Kraft. It's the original. And so everything sort of gets measured against that. That's maybe a little bit unfair. So I'm trying to play it straight. I think this is a good, not great snack. It is unspectacular, but good enough that if I wanted some mac and cheese and I had some of this in the cupboard, I'd fire it up, ready to go. Goodles/Goodles, 6.5.
It's exactly as you put it. And I want to draw attention to your last statement. If I had this in the cupboard, I'd fire it up. What you have in the cupboard,
Is it ever going to make it to the cupboard? That's the
thing.
question.
What you have in the cupboard is mac and cheese.
Mhm.
No offense, right? And you're like, do I want, a single serving, or I just want to do the pan and like be able to come at it every couple of hours? Squeeze some ketchup in there, maybe add some ground beef, whatever I'm doing. Like salt, pepper, Tabasco sauce. You just ornate it, make it the way you want it.
But now you're crossing the frontier. Now you've crossed the frontier from snack to meal.
Well, this is exactly right. But if what your portion is going to be is snack size, right? You raise a whole thing about, well, this is a snack and mac and cheese is a meal. But if I have this much mac and cheese, Kraft mac and cheese, is that a snack, right? You're consuming the same amount. So now we're getting into like things that people write books about. And that's going to be up to you to determine your own personal boundary between snack and meal. This, I will argue, is a snack. It's a cup size, and their approach over here at F.U. Goodles with your stupid name, but their approach at Goodles is, I commend them for their approach. They're like, all right, people don't want a full meal; they want to have a quick snack. We'll do that for you. Their packaging is excellent, right? Their name is terrible. Their idea that like, look, what's going to set us apart from those that just want to make a big pot of Kraft is like, we're going to throw some protein and fiber in. And we're going to advertise that very plainly, very clearly on the side. That's what's going to give people pause. You go like, instead of making up a whole bunch of pasta that's going to knock me out post lunch, I'll make a quick snack, get some protein, some fiber. I'll get plant-based ingredients, very generically, 10 nutrients from plants, very generically put, but you cannot argue with the fact that those are things that you don't get when you make Kraft mac and cheese. So that's a bonus. And by the way, that's 11 grams if you eat one serving of protein in addition to your pasta, which is like generally considered like the dividing line. Oh, you can't have carbs. Well, you can have carbs with some protein in this case, and that's a good thing. So, hats off to you, Goodles. Got to play it straight. Second part of it is tasty. Like it's not. It's as you put. Is it the oh wow, this is like. There's times when we take a bite, we're like, oh my goodness. It never attains that level, but at the same time, it's not a disappointment. We all have a very clear bar of what we expect when we make mac and cheese, and it's just a little bit further beyond that in a good way, which I said. It's like you're a little pleasantly surprised. It's not world changing, but it's like, okay, that's quite good. The final question is one that I think that does not exactly factor into the rating as much as the other elements that I have just brought up. And that is, do you have this in your cupboard, right? If what we're doing is evaluating the snack and Amaya's brother is like, let's have this, let's have 20 of these in the thing. That's their prerogative. And it's not for me to say, why do you not have that in your cupboard? Like, and so to evaluate it on what this thing is alone, a snack with protein, a solid tasting pasta with a good cheese element, which is always super important. And even you having drained the cheese, like it's good. So that tells you a lot. I'm not docking them at all for their innate stupid jerk off play on words.
We said at the start, we're not going to knock you if the product is good. We're not going to knock you down for the name. If the product is bad, forget it. Clang.
You get eviscerated. But I'm not. I enjoyed it. I liked it. For me personally, I don't really see going down the snack aisle, but you never know. They've done nothing here to prevent me from going, I don't want that snack. I very much enjoyed this snack. Goodles or Goodles, Noodles and Gooder, 6.5.
See you next
See
week.
you next week. It's funny. You had the 6.5. I had the 6.5 ready to go.
It was 6 or 6.5. I couldn't decide.
I had the 6.5, and when you went 6, I was like, oh, I'm gonna best him, or I'm gonna be better. And then you went 6.5. I was like, that's perfect.
The protein and the fiber puts it to 6.5.
Yeah, that's a pretty good rating for like a
yeah.
thing of noodle.
All right, I'll see you next week.